Alright guys, how are y'all doing today? Today's a bit of a different video. Basically, if you didn't know already, yeah, Velt's dead. Basically, it's just going to be a video of me basically explaining why I believe it's dead. And, like, what can be done to fix it and maybe, like, bring players back to Velt, you know? So most of the stuff in this video will be things that I personally think should change, and it'll be for the better of the server overall. So real quick, before this video does start, this video is not meant to bash Velt at all. I love Velt. Velt's a great server, and these changes are for the better of the server. So yeah, just had to get that out of the way. So yeah, let's start. So right off the bat, I think the first thing that I'll start off with is the map kit and the sets that you get from kits. So if you guys do see, the map kit is Prot 1 Sharp 1. However, all of my armor plus my sword is Prot 2 Sharp 2. Now basically, if you're playing like normally, you can only get Prot 1 Sharp 1. The only possible way to get Prot 2 Sharp 2 is either crates, kits, or by getting them in a trap or something, which is kind of hard to do. Now, if you're fighting someone who has Prot 2 Sharp 2 and you're only in Prot 1 Sharp 1, there's just no way you can win the fight. Like you might be pretty good at PvP, you might be able to do that, but when it comes down to it, you just cannot win fights nowadays, dude. Like the Prot 1 Sharp 1, you find it in like OP crates and like Prot 2 Sharp 2s and like their seasonal crates. So like you need like some pretty high ranks to get it. And like, let's say you're a Prot 1 Sharp 1 archer. There's no point in even going out. You're instantly going to die. So I think the big fix for this change is pretty simple. Change the map kit to Prot 2 Sharp 2, and make sure nothing's above a map kit. So this will give people like a chance to like grind out sets that is actually like worth grinding out. And one other thing I want to mention is fire swords. Fire swords I think should be nerfed slightly. Right now they're fire aspect 2. I don't actually have one to show you, and by faction forgot to invite me. But yeah, basically fire swords, they used to be fire aspect 1. Now they're fire aspect 2. And fire swords would be a lot more fair if they were fire aspect 1. So you won't burn for as long. So the next thing that needs to change is this. Currently you cannot build close to spawn unless you're 800 blocks out. And that's not the only thing that's affected. Also the height limit really needs to be removed. Watch this. I'm going to build all the way up. And we're going to see how high I can build up. Alright. So we're at 40 blocks right now. Alright, we just hit 100. Alright, I guarantee you I'm not going to use this whole stack. And yep, there it is. My favorite height limit. 110 blocks. That is the height limit of a server. So you cannot build higher than this. And even if I were to walk off, watch this. I only took 3.5 hearts from that. So like sky bridges are not really, they can't really be a thing anymore on like Velt HCF because of this height limit. The only way you could have an effective sky bridge is to have it built like over some giant faller. Even then, people will easily pearl out of that. And sky bridges, they just don't work anymore with this. So what I want Velt to do with this one is they should make the build limit back to 300, what it was before. because there used to be like sky bridges that you could kite to if you were like coming out of end, and that would basically like change up the game a bit. If there's like a sky bridge that goes all the way up to 256 blocks, which is the default height limit, because like sky bridges, the thing about sky bridges that made them a lot of fun was that with a sky bridge, you were basically if you went like all the way up one, you were basically willing to risk like losing your entire set with almost no way of surviving if you got hit off. Or you were like risking that to get the other set pretty quickly. And there were also things like MLG water bucketing, which a lot of people did on sky bridges, and that just isn't possible on HCF anymore with its height limit. Like, I've tried killing people on sky bridges before, it just does not work anymore. So, it's not a problem on Kitmap. I'm pretty sure on Kitmap they didn't add the height limit. But, yeah, Kitmap has its own problems as well. But I think HCF would be a lot more enjoyable if sky bridges were back, because they were so much fun to PvP on. So I think the next thing I want to talk about is the partners. Now, Velt partners are kind of weird. I'm going to say that right now, because currently Velt has I think 4 partners, even though only one of them actually records. The partners are DJ Tasty, who I'm pretty sure quit, LOL Talks, who quit, then there's Advisor, who doesn't really record on Velt, and also there's Emo. Emo's the only one who actually does stuff, but his channel's pretty small, so he doesn't really bring in like that many players. I'm not saying that his content's bad, but he just doesn't bring in a whole lot as many players as like bigger YouTubers will. And all the big YouTubers are on Viper right now. So yeah, Viper's getting a lot of players off of that. And what Velt needs to do, I think, is figure out a way to get these partners back. Because if they're able to get partners from Viper, then more people are going to want to play Velt because their favorite YouTubers are going to be playing Velt. And that's like what partners are supposed to do. Partners are paid to play a server. Like these guys, they don't work for free. They don't make videos for free. They get a relatively low view count, so servers will pay them to play on their servers. And the servers they get more players, get more people buying ranks, and the YouTubers also get more money, so they want to play the server. And I'm not saying that they do it just for the money, but like with YouTube and how like dead HCF is, I guess you could say, and like how low their view counts are, it makes sense that playing a server would be like their job, because it seems like a pretty fun job if you like the game and you're getting paid to play it. So yeah, but Velt should get more partners. That's what they need to do, if they want to compete with Viper. So Velt has to like find a way to get people to come back, I guess. And yeah. Alright, so one server that I haven't talked about yet is Kitmap. Now, Kitmap has its own problems. As I said earlier, Kitmap doesn't have a height limit problem, or like the kits. Actually, it does kind of have a kits problem. But I'm going to be talking about a few of the problems that the server has. So I think the first thing I'll talk about is the crates. Now, we have bounty crates, which give you knockback swords and all of this. So previously, you had the only way to get a knockback sword was to win it from a cough, and normally only like big power factions would have knockback swords, and they wouldn't really farm kills on like Skybridge as much as people do it now. But the thing about bounty keys though is that, and like the challenge keys, is that it's now so easy to get knockback swords. So you'll have people up here. I bet that there's at least one person up here. Yes. You have these people who will just sit up here and bard all day and just hit you off like that. And you have almost no chance of hitting them off. And even if you do hit them off, they normally don't die because they're in bard. And they normally do bring out their like sets with feather falling. So I think what they should do maybe is change up the bounty keys a little bit. Maybe make them harder to get, or like remove some of the knockback items. I think that would probably help out with the kit map problem. The kit map problem isn't as severe as some of the other ones. I feel like it is still worth mentioning because you can't really Skybridge PvP with these bards up here. Like like you just can't. I'm going to try hitting this guy off again. Oh, all right. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you cannot hit them off. I'm just going to put that out there right now. If you're able to hit them off, you're pretty good at the game. So I think the final thing I'll talk about today is Legions. Now, Legions, oh my god, it has one player online. So Legions sounded like a good idea at first, but man, it died. So basically, if you guys don't know what Legions was, it was basically like HDF with no pay to win. So as you can see, I cannot do /craft, I cannot do /kit, I cannot do can I do Velt Revive? I can't even do that. /reclaim. I can only claim lives. So this was like so this was like old HCF, basically on Velt. And this game mode, it died. Like it died. I mean you can see there's like nobody online. I don't know how far into the map this is. Yeah, this thing died. So if I F list won't do anything. I'm just going to run down road and I'll bring you guys back. So I actually did play the first map of Legions, and Legions it got more players than Squad Star of the World when 6.0 released. I think it got more players than that. We played that map for a little bit. And when the other map released, everyone just went to that map, and most people forgot about Legions. So like the maps, they kill each other. Like the 1 week maps on the 1 week maps that Velt does, it kills off like Legions. So one of the other reasons why I think this server died is because big power factions are just like, if you're like a 3-man faction, you cannot fight a power faction. There's just no way. You can't even. It's really hard to trap them as well. So so like the big power factions are like the only factions that that do well on the server, because they have more people. So like they're able to fight a lot more, and they're able to like run out a lot more. Like if you're a 3-man faction trying to get some PvP on Legions and you see a 15-man, you guys are already done for. So like the big factions, I feel like one fix to Legions dying might be to lower the man count. So like maybe they can try 5 mans one map. That might actually go well. And one other reason why I like Legions is because it doesn't have a height limit. I forgot to mention that Legions doesn't have a height limit. Also, I feel like they should change up Legions a bit. Maybe make it like Arcane. Yeah, I think Legions, I think more people would enjoy Legions if it was like Arcane, because over the years, guys, HCF has become OP and basically everyone's like adapted to it. Like Viper, they started doing 1 week maps. I don't even know how long ago. And it seems like those are doing pretty well for them. I don't really play a whole lot of Vipers, so I don't really know. One other thing that the height limit would make possible again if it was removed is sky bases. Now sky bases, if you went raidable, the reason why sky bases were so OP is that they were relatively easy to defend if you went raidable. Like, people would have to build up to you, or they'd have to elevator up to you, but those are not too hard to stop. You simply just have to break blocks and like bow people off and hit people in holes, and that's how you defend like a sky base. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I really hope some of these changes do get used on Velt. I feel like these changes will have a positive effect on Velt, and will hopefully help get them more players. As I said in the beginning, I'm not trying to bash Velt at all. I just want to help out the server, and I want the server to survive and not die. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys do have anything that you think I missed, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I might make a part 2 to this. I don't know. If I think of more things that need to change, I'll make a part 2, but yeah. Peace out.